You are currently building a multi-million-dollar asset for a partner who hasn't told you how much of it they plan to take. Even worse, this partner has the legal right to change their mind and increase their share at any time, without your consent, right as you're preparing to walk away from the workforce forever. This isn't a bad business deal. It's the standard American retirement plan. Every day, millions of Americans dutifully funnel money into their traditional 401ks, convinced they are winning a game against the Internal Revenue Service. They see the immediate tax deduction on their 1040 and feel a rush of victory. But beneath the surface of these tax-advantaged accounts lies a mathematical ghost, a silent erosion of wealth that most won't notice until it's 30 years too late. This is the brutal, uncompromising reality of the 401k versus the Roth IRA. It is a high-stakes bet on the future of the United States economy. And if you pick the wrong side, the math you've been told to trust will become your greatest predator. To understand why the traditional 401k is a psychological trap, you have to understand the nature of the tax-deferred promise. The government whispers a seductive offer. Don't pay us now. Keep that 22% or 24% in your pocket today. Let it grow. Pay us later. It sounds like a gift, but in the world of high finance, there are no gifts, only arbitrage. When you contribute to a traditional 401k, you are essentially betting that your tax rate in the future will be lower than it is today. You are gambling that a nation currently suffocating under $34 trillion of national debt, a debt-to-GDP ratio not seen since the height of World War II, will somehow find a way to demand less from its citizens 3 decades from now. Does that sound like a logical wager? Look at the historical trajectory. In 1944, the top marginal tax rate in the United States was 94%. Even as recently as the late 70s, it hovered around 70%. We are currently living through a historical anomaly, a golden era of suppressed taxation. Betting on a traditional 401k is betting that the current anomaly is the new permanent reality. It is betting that the landlord won't raise the rent even though the building is on fire, and the insurance company has stopped answering the phone. Now, contrast this with the Roth IRA, the contrarian's fortress. The Roth offers no immediate dopamine hit. You pay your taxes today with dollars that have already been squeezed by the federal machine. It feels heavier. It feels like you're starting the race with a weight vest on. But once that money crosses the threshold of the Roth, the relationship with the IRS ends. The account becomes a sovereign territory. Every cent of appreciation, every dividend payment, and every massive capital gain becomes yours and yours alone. Let's run the cold, clinical math on a hypothetical investor. Let's call him Mark. Mark is 35 years old, earning $90,000 a year, placing him in the heart of the 22% tax bracket. He has $10,000 of gross income to invest. If Mark chooses the traditional 401k, that full $10,000 goes to work immediately. If he chooses the Roth, he must first pay the $2,200 tax toll, leaving only $7,800 to grow. At a standard 8% annual return over 30 years, the traditional 401k swells to a massive $100,000. The Roth, starting with less capital, grows to roughly $78,000. On a spreadsheet, the 401k looks like the undisputed champion. It's the bigger number, it's the more impressive mountain. But this is where the deception lives. Mark is looking at the gross, not the net. He's looking at the size of the harvest without realizing he doesn't own the field. The moment Mark hits age 73, the mathematical ghost appears. The government stops asking for its share and starts demanding it through required minimum distributions, or RMDs. The IRS reaches into that $100,000 pile and takes its cut at whatever the tax rate happens to be in the year 2054. If tax rates have risen to pay for a bloated national debt or a crumbling social security system, That $100,000 could easily be whittled down to $60,000 in actual purchasing power. Meanwhile, the Roth investor looks at their $78,000 and keeps every single penny. They don't just have more money, they have certainty. But the tax torpedo goes much deeper than just the base tax rate. This is the part your HR department never explains. In the United States, your retirement income isn't calculated in a vacuum. If Mark has a massive traditional 401k, his mandatory withdrawals count as provisional income. This triggers a cascade of financial friction. First, it can make up to 85% of his Social Security benefits taxable. Second, it can trigger IRMA surcharges, premium hikes that can double or triple the cost of Medicare, Part B and D. Suddenly, Mark isn't in a lower tax bracket in retirement, as the brochures promised. He is being catapulted into a higher effective tax rate than he ever faced during his working years. His success has become a magnet for every hidden penalty in the American tax code. He is being punished for winning the game. The Roth IRA, however, is a tax shield. Distributions from a Roth do not count toward the Social Security taxability formula. They do not trigger Medicare surcharges. You could pull $1 million out of a Roth IRA in a single year to buy a beach house, and as far as the IRS is concerned, your taxable income for that year is zero. This is the ultimate luxury in finance: agency, the ability to control your own taxable visibility. So, who wins the math? To find the answer, we have to look at the seed versus the harvest. If you are an ambitious professional, the traditional 401k is a bet that you will be less successful in the future than you are today. It is a bet on stagnation. If you expect your income to grow, if you expect your net worth to compound, and if you expect the U.S. government to eventually address its insolvency through higher taxes, the 401k is a catastrophic mistake. You are choosing to save pennies on the seed so you can pay dollars on the harvest. The elite strategy, the one used by those who truly understand the mechanics of wealth, isn't an either-or choice. It's a ruthless prioritization. First, you contribute to the 401k only up to the point of the employer match. Why? Because a 100% immediate return on investment is the only mathematical force strong enough to override tax inefficiency. That is free money, and you take it. Second, every dollar beyond that match is diverted into the Roth ecosystem, either through a direct Roth IRA or a Roth 401k option if your employer offers it. If your income is too high, you utilize the backdoor Roth maneuver, a legal loophole that allows high earners to bypass income limits by contributing to a non-deductible IRA and immediately converting it. Third, you recognize that the traditional 401k isn't an investment account. It's a debt obligation to the federal government. You are carrying a liability that grows as your investments grow. Every time your 401k balance goes up, your future tax bill goes up with it. The data suggests a brutal truth. Wealth in America is no longer just about how much you accumulate. It's about how much you are allowed to keep. We are entering an era of unprecedented fiscal volatility. The tax-deferred model was designed for a different world, a world of low debt, stable demographics, and predictable policy. That world is gone. The Roth IRA wins because it removes the government as a silent partner. It converts hope into certainty. It ensures that when you finally reach the summit of your career, the fortress you built belongs to you, and you alone. The greatest investment you can make in 2024 isn't in a specific stock or a trendy index fund. It's in the mathematical certainty that your future self won't be a victim of your current success. You pay the toll now so you can own the bridge later. That isn't just a tax strategy, it's financial sovereignty. The math doesn't lie, but it does reward the disciplined and punish the naive. Choose your side of the ledger wisely.